Thank you to everyone that patronizes me. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. We're not doing full-on face today because look at all the stuff we got here. Just look at all this mess that we got going on the Big Bad Bench. We have so many things. You can't even see all the things that we have going on. So I want you to look at stuff while I say hi to folks in the chat. There we go. Now you can see a little bit more of the stuff, but there's even more. Look, there's a guy hiding down in there. There's a guy. Hi, guy. Who all is here? We got David Starbuck. Or, yeah, I'm sure David Starbuck will show up. We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. Sorry, it's thrown me off. YouTube's not showing me the right things. Eric Helgeson, Hardware Hacker, Mark from Millennium Max, All Things DG. I don't know who 4ZM4TZ is. That's I don't know who you are. I'm sorry, I can't tell by the tiny little picture. Lazy Blue Goat, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. Alan Gracia is here. I80386SX, Scott Bomb, Garth Beagle, Asmodeus Deviluke. Socket Winch, hello. I have a sticker for that. Yes, this crazy. I still have it right here. Clean benches are for the week. Feel free to put a link to your coffee account there, Socket Winch, if you want. If you still have some for sale. Jack68K, hello. Ian Scott is here. Hello. So this is all the stuff that we need to work on today. And I did one thing already. So I have two of these very similar motherboards. Look, we got 3 Visa local bus slots. We got 4 regular ISA slots. We got our cache over here. These are both PC chips motherboards. This one says version 1.7. This one says version 1.4. Oh, you can't see that because I'm slightly off screen. Oh, this is going to shake for a skosh. Sorry, folks. Can't go anymore. All right, sorry. Well, believe me, this one says 1.7. This one says 1.4. Or this one says 1.4. This one says 1.7. And the link is in the video description for this particular board on the retro web. So, PC chips. What do we know about PC chips? And why might I want to take a look at these boards in advance? When you hear PC chips, what's the first thing that comes into mind? And while I'm waiting for this, look at this guy. Look at this little 486/386 board. This is exciting. Ah, there it is. Mark from Millennium Max got it. Fake cache. But also, yes, unreliable. All of those words come into PC chips because all the good names are taken. So let's go to this. This is that PC chips 486 board going there. Look at our cache. Boop boop. Our 8K internal 486 cache. And then nothing else. And if we look here back at this board, there's a full-on set of 256K things that, I'm going to call them things. They're not actual real chips. Arrayed there. How wild is that? Oh, man. So we're going to shut that off. So one of these boards has fake cache. How cool is that? I don't think I've had one of those since I started my channel. Do they say right back on them? They don't say anything. I'll pull it up here in a second so you can see. This also was in the thumbnail, or I don't know if it was this one or the other one, but I have a couple Trident cards just to try to summon Justin D. Morgan, get him here. They were in these computers. So these computers were part of a lot that I picked up last week or whatever. That was all moldy, and I released a short showing just how moldy a lot of these computers were. I've been cleaning up the boards just because they, I'm kind of prioritizing getting the boards going. Look at it. This one's actually kind of sexy. Look at it. We got black Visa local bus slots. We got white ISA slots. That is a sexy little board. We'll see if it has real cache chips or not. Fake, like, what are the chips? I have no idea. I think, did Adrian do a video about them? I remember somebody did a video. I apologize if I'm getting it wrong. Maybe it was Mike. What's Mike's channel name? Oh my God, I'm gonna be upset. I can't remember. What does all the video cards and hardware restoration stuff? Oh my gosh, what the heck is this name? No, not Mike Tech. Oh man, the Canadian guy. No. Oh man, it's gonna bug me. I gotta look it up. Oh man. Well, let's wait. Let's wait until we get this one booted up. So this one has chips in sockets. So this is more likely. This is easier to disprove. So I have a feeling these are actually real chips. Yeah, if we look. Oh, the Canadian guys, that narrows it down. That's what those chips say. And they have markings that appear like normal, the 256-15. That makes you think they're real cache chips. V-Switch 0, sorry. V-Switch 0. Man, that shouldn't have taken me that long. I did not sleep well last night. I apologize as well. Oh yeah, this little guy was part of that lot. We're not going to work on this today, but I just wanted to show it. This is a Shuttle Hot 555 version, or version .1.5.2. This guy is working totally fine as far as I can tell. It only has 256K of cache, which is kind of sad for a Pentium board. There you go. R4Z4. I'm just going to call you R4Z4. Yeah, V-Switch 0. Bits and Bub. Bits and Bolts. Is that what his channel is? Yeah, I just think of him as Bub too. Bits und Bolts. I think that's Bits und Bolts. Yeah, no crap, Alan. I needed more Janka this morning. Razzmatazz. Oh my God. Thank you, Ian. See? Look at that. I go out one night to a concert. I'm not used to that. My body is like, no, we don't do that. We're old. All right, let's see what you do. Poof. It's giving me beeps. That sounds like video card beeps. Alrighty. Hello, Trina's Technobabble. I have a feeling this video card is a little sketchy too. I don't know if you noticed in the previous thing, it was artifacting a little bit. Let's do everyone's favorite fix of things. Oh yeah, there was nothing showing up on this either. Let's reseat things. Deox it and reseating it. That fixes most stuff, right? I think that's only how I know how to fix things. I think so. Today, we got this guy that is battery destroyed. We have this IBM PS2 Model 50Z. We're going to work on that one next, but I wanted to check out these 486 boards quickly, just to see if they post and whatnot. And hopefully, if this one's good, this one might work its way into my Windows 3.1 video editing system, because that one had a bunch of issues around VCF East time. Okay, we're not getting angry. beeps this time. Oh, we got a happy beep. We got main screen turn on. All right. Hey, Josh. There you go. Deoxit and resetting stuff. Yeah, we got floppy disk fail. Let's see. Oh, this one has just the pretty blue. I forgot to show you the other board had the graphical 486 BIOS, which is very cool. That would be my first board that has one of those. Alright, so let's save that because we don't want a floppy drive. Let me grab a CMOS battery. Hello FFT 2020. Did we scare Eric Helgeson? Did he pop up? Was that? There we go. We're gonna boot. I do have something I'd like to show Eric if he winds up showing up again. Oh, I just dropped a thing. Ew. This is a Visa Local Bus SCSI card. That's another thing that's going in that computer. All right, let's see what these cache chips have to say. Let's go to SpeedSys. Oh, he was here. He could not find the tab. Here, let's look at that while we wait for that to run. Look at it. It's got everything. It's got the floppy. It's got the IDE. It's got 2 SCSIs. Just imagine all the virtual drives we could have with this guy. So yeah, this guy is going to make its way into my Windows 3.1 video editing rig. Since we're talking about Visa Local Bus stuff today, I thought I'd show that. So many connectors. Yeah. All right, what do we got? Come on, baby. Let's get some real cache. This one should be 256K according to the jumper configuration, I think. Yay! We have real cache. Blue SCSI, Pico ID, and GoCheck all on one card. Yeah. It's going to be one of those scenarios where all of the drives that are connected have much more computing power than the actual CPU itself. The writing's not doing a thing. Oh, other thing, while we wait for that to go, show this computer off. So I posted pictures of this online. Oh, we're getting a little overexposed. Let's go to the other camera. So this compact was part of that lot, and it was moldy as heck. It was all up in there, so moldy, so gross. Ooh, so I cleaned that all up. This guy is pretty darn happy now. Oh, and tossed a sound card in there, put a compact flash adapter with a 256 meg compact flash card in there. Cleaned all the floppy drives very thoroughly on the insides, cleaned out the power supply, and this one's good to go. So if you happen to be in New England and looking for a little compact, that's for sale now. Yes, it has a modem. Yeah, unfortunately I forgot to get a picture of that one before doing the restoration process, but it was as nasty as the PS2s. So sorry about not getting a good picture. But yeah, we got real cache on this one. Yay! So I think this board is going to wind up being my Windows 3.1 video editing rig. So that's cool. So it sees cache, it uses it properly. Fun. Okay. Board 1 tested. That was about as a success as I can imagine that we would have. Oh, I forgot to put the new battery in before I shut it off. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Let me put that in before I forget now. Okay. Compact sounds like compact Mac. No, it's not a compact Mac. There are these things that are not Macs, Alan Gracia. I don't know. I know you kind of get all excited about your Macs. Okay, so that's going to be good. Oh, yeah, the other reason that I was excited about this board. Look at this. Look at this little guy. So, this is a VRM by the 486 socket. So that lets you use 3 volt 486 CPUs. And I've had this DX4100 that's a 3 volt CPU sitting around, and I have not had a board that can use it. So this is going to be a nice little setup. So maybe we'll do a stream getting that all configured. And I have cache chips to do 1 meg of cache, and so we'll give that a shot. Okay, so you aside, we're not going to need you right now. Oh no, socket winch, you haven't tried to open the package yet? Okay, so what do we got here? This is, as I make fun of Mac stuff for calling their motherboards logic boards, IBM likes to call their motherboards planers. And so this is the planer of an IBM PS2 Model 50Z. This one has gone through the ultrasonic bath with citric acid. It should be all cleaned up. Look at this 72 pin SIM. I think it's 1 meg. I think that's all that they could fit on these. I did something that's going to piss off all the IBM people. One of these pins is filled in on the VGA connector on PS2s, and I broke it. I drilled a hole so that I could use my regular adapters on it. Okay, so the chassis for this one is not yet finished being cleaned, so we don't have that available to us. So we're gonna try to finagle all of these things together. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Yeah, Ian does it the way that the IBM people would prefer me to do it. Just break the pin off of the VGA connector. I don't know why they did it. Like, they just, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot provide an excuse for them. So we're gonna use this. We're gonna try the floppies and whatnot. We're gonna try this. Actually, probably not gonna try that floppy, but I have another floppy drive. So one of the reasons I was excited about this 50Z, and also we're not going to work on this today, but this is the planer. Oh yeah, Ian mentions the 486 where that pin is also keyed. Yeah, I did the same thing to that compact behind me. This is the massive planer of the IBM Model 60. And so I have an IBM Model 50 that I have not been able to repair as of yet. I see activity on the ROMs, but the Model 60, like the layout on the board is very, very similar to the Model 50. And so I'm hoping that this one will work, and then we can use, understanding how things are laid out here to fix the Model 50. This that we're working on today is a Model 50Z. The big difference between the Model 50 as far as speed goes is that the Model 50 has 1 wait state and the 50Z has 0 wait state, so it's a faster computer. Did IBM put lacquer on the boards? No, I don't think so. I think it's just nice and happy and clean. It's like, oh, thank you for putting me through the ultrasonic bath so that I don't have to have all that mold on me. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go grab my floppy drive that I have repaired. One of the things about IBM PS2s is that their floppy drives have leaky capacitors. And I should see, oh man, I was not prepared as well as I should be. I don't know if I have a Model 50 config disk. I'll have to look here. Okay, so there's the floppy drive. One of the reasons I want to hear the floppy drive is just to hear if it seeks when we power this on. Plug in a keyboard. Let's set you aside for a little bit. Let's set this up here. Maybe we'll see if we get a keyboard light. This is the speaker / battery dealie. I think I might try to polish that up just a quick little skosh with fiberglass pen. I don't know if the 50Z needs a battery or not, but it doesn't hurt just in case. So we actually have, this one should still be good from my Model 50. So let's check this. Hey, it's Ryan from Everything is Broken Garage. Yeah, that one's still good. Ooh, the voltage was 666. Did you see that? That's a good sign. This is gonna go great. Okay, but this is all the bits for that thing. This one is dead. That was the one that was originally in here. And this little tabby bit goes up. Okay. Okay, and then this is the power supply from my Model 50. They should have the exact same power supply between the 50 and the 50Z. And I have recapped this one. The other one I still have not cleaned, and it's absolutely disgusting, so we won't be plugging that in right now. It's still outside of my workshop. All of the really nasty computers I have not brought into my workshop yet. Okay, so that should be off. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I heard a pop from the speaker, and then I got nothing. Getting no video. Oh, floppy drive saw it. I cannot say that properly. The floppy drive seeked. Oh, we forgot to plug in the monitor. That would explain why the main screen did not turn on. And we got a beep. That was great. Why is my fan not spinning? Come on, baby. Okay, it's probably angry right now. Let's see. Let's see if I have a Model 50 disc here. That's 70. Oh, there was a disc in there already. Yeah, I'm better than I thought. Nice. That's huge. That's friggin' huge. Yep, battery error. Okay, we're good. Yep, enter. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Hello, Eric's Edge. We're just testing out an IBM PS2 Model 50Z that is working. Oh, that's good. And if you're joining late, what else did we find? We had a PC chips motherboard with fake cache. That's always a fun thing. Oh, okay. This is good too. All right, so since this turned on, that's the computer's going to reset. Okay. All right. So this is cool. What do we got for RAM? Yeah, that's 72-pin SIM with 1 mega RAM on it. How could that? Oh man, that's just such a waste of space. But all right, we got no boot thing. That's fine. Oh, okay. I gotta wait for this to do a thing. Sorry, 1 second. Hello, CDI. Oh, now it's in color. How about that? Okay. Oh, we're gonna shut this off. Let's try this RAM board. I don't know if I have the proper. So one of the things about configuring an IBM is that for every adapter that you install in the slots, you need something called an ADF on your configuration disk. It's sort of like a driver for the BIOS. It kind of tells the computer what it is and what's happening there. So let's let that go for a second. I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna grab the hard drive for this guy, and we're gonna see if it's gonna spin. So this hard drive, automatically configure, yes. I don't like the way this sounds. Listen to this. Yeah, that's great. That'll just be great. Dope. All right. So this is what happens when you have stuff and you don't have the proper ADF. And so I have a couple of floppy disks with ADFs on them. So let's try that. Insert the disk with the correct file. Oh, no, okay. Hello, Marcus. Oof. That floppy is not happy. Yes, this is one of the reasons that ooh, does not like that disk. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's try a more different disk. Okay. All right, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe you got to go to the menu and then copy the option disk first. Oh, it's just totally mad in general. All right, fine. All right, whatever. Let's. Maybe it was not fully seated. All right, so let's take this out. I'll find this is the 2 to 8 meg expansion card. This was in the Model 60, but it should work in the Model 50, but I don't have the ADF properly. So this thing I sat by a space heater. It's actually kind of warm. I do that with old drives before I spin them up because one, it can kind of help get the lubrication sort of flowing again when it all crusts up. And two, you get sort of a differential expansion of the metals that are in there. So hopefully if the heads are stuck, you get like a little pop of the head off of there. So we'll see. We'll see if this spins up. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they're not supposed to sound like that. All right, we're gonna. Oh, that was unpleasant. Well, that drive is toast. Let's see. I have one for the Model 50. This is one of the big problems with IBMs right now, is that you know, they use these. This is, I think, an ESDI type interface, and it's a proprietary format, and it's not good. And when they die, they die. So maybe Eric, maybe you can get on emulating a blue SD for IBM stuff. Yeah, we could pop the lid off and see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, this is a different drive interface. Okay, that's interesting. So this was the Model 50 drive. They're both 30 meg drives, but very different. Very different. So you can find compact flash IDE drives, slot things that you can do for your IBM PS2, but they are sort of expensive, so I don't know. Epictronics did a lot of videos on that, so make sure to check out his channel if you're into that. It seems like my floppy drive is kind of angry right now. Marcus asks, what ran on that back in the day? Win31 or Win95? So most likely this would have run DOS 3.3, probably is what would have come out around that time. Maybe DOS 5, some OS 2 maybe, yeah. This would be a little bit slow for Windows 3.1. Anything with a 286 is not real happy with DOS or with 286s, especially if you have only 1 meg of RAM. You could run Windows 3.0 okay. Let's try this one again. Let's just really grind it up. I'll leave the microphone by the hard drive when we spin this. No OS2 warp on this guy, yeah, no. Just a regular old OS2. Oh. It was so mad it spun itself down. Let's see. Let's see if it finds this. Yeah, sorry about the noise. I won't do that again. Xenix should run on. The other thing is, I think there might be caps that need to be replaced on these hard drives. This one looks like normal caps, but if these use surface mount, they definitely. Oh. Darn. Drive decided it didn't want to spin up anymore. Alright, that's fine. Wow, it's a little warm. Let's pop the lid off. Let's see what this looks like. And we've really got to get working on that 386/486 board. Alright, let's get rid of this stuff off of the big bed bench. We're not going to need this anymore. So this is good. We have a functional planer, so that is huge. This also verifies that my power supply is good, because it powered up the other computer, but nothing happened. So this is good. We have a functioning power supply that was good enough to get the computer to run. I'm gonna get a little ESD bag. Set our planer set up over there. All right, let's take a look in here. It's not gonna be pretty, but what I do for y'all. Where do we have a? We got a little guy, screwdriver. Gonna have to use one of these and one of these. Oh yeah, if folks wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be swell. I would appreciate it. Let's zoom in a little bit. You're gonna obviously love hard drive carnage, right? Dang. Thank you, hardware hacker. But you drilled a hole. Hey, Francois. Yes, I drilled a hole into the board. That's gonna make some people not leave a like. That's gonna leave a dislike. That angers some folks. I apologize. It's just kind of stupid. Does this have? No. I don't think there's anything there holding that on. The VGA connector on IBM PS2s and some compacts has one of the holes blocked off. I don't know why. There we go. And I drill it so that I can use regular stuff on it. Okay, so that doesn't look good. That looks like grindy bits. This is not as bad as I thought it would be. But yeah, there's real nice scratches on there. I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like the next one has as many scratches, but oh yeah, look, there's like dust on there. Hey, Carthor, think that can be polished out? Yeah, our only hope for this kind of stuff is, I think people like Usagi are thinking about like trying to figure out ways to recoat magnetic stuff. That also seems like something that Polymat would be good at. Oh yeah, he did start doing a video about that. Oh, that's not good. Listen to this. As I'm turning, that's the heads sort of plinking. Look at my reflection. Well, so as you can see, that the coating's scratched, and once that happens, it's basically toast. So that is really sad. Orange Clown Drive. Rage unsubscribe. Sad IBM drives. Polymat does take things to the next level, right? Now that there is sort of a blue MFM, maybe it's possible to adapt that to this. Whatever, I forget if this one's MFM or this one's MFM SD. I have a feeling that this one's newer. It's more likely to be SD. I don't know. If anyone looks up the Model 50Z and sees what kind of hard drive interface it has, I was just assuming it was MFM, but seeing them different is interesting. Okay, so that's that. That's sad. That's real sad. Here's something that was also sad, and I forgot to get pictures ready for this, and I have pictures of this. I'll post this online later. Oh, let me show you one other thing real quick. We'll play with this eventually. This is the hard drive out of the PS2 Model 60. So I think that's like a 45 meg drive. Normally you do that. Gotta love this. So big honkin' thing. Seen Francois. Okay, there you go. So this was the battery in this little 486. The ST506. Oh, it's a MFM. Yeah, sorry. As before, I call ST506 412 drives MFM because I'm wrong. It's just weird that they would have two different interface sizes because I'm pretty sure the regular Model 50 uses a 506 style drive. But regardless, can't use it anyway. There was one with 506 and one with SD. There you go. So yeah, this was part of this lot, and this is a very cool computer for a couple of, or a cool board for a couple of reasons. So again, probably make some people rage quit. The way I remove things with my blunted tweezers, but so check this out. So this is an AMD DX40 on an interposer to make it adapt to a regular 386 socket. And then we have a regular 386 socket and a 486 socket, and you can configure through jumpers what CPU you use. And so I just built that 386 computer with a board that would let us use those 46-ish processors, but this is way cooler. And so I'm gonna have, if we can get this working, gonna have to switch up that board again so that I could do the full range of 386 processors, the 386 AMD, the 46-ish processors versus real processors. So that should be a fun little like way to benchmark a lot of stuff. So this should be a cool board if we can get it back to life. So let's get under the microscope and see what kind of mess we have here. I have not done much in the way of, I've done no repairing on this. I took more things off of it after the ultrasonic bath because it seemed like we had more trace breaks. So let's just do some beeping. Let's do some beeping. I'm probably gonna beep from cursing, but whatever. So if we go here, okay. So that one's broken over there. It's like we should just assume that they're all broken. That one's definitely broken. Okay. What about you, little guy, all the way down here? Really? This little guy's broken too? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, this one's gonna be a while. Strap in, folks. Oh, okay. So our first four traces that we looked at are all broken. I have a 3D60X that's been in the socket 35 years. Should I try the tweezer? Oh my god, words are just not today. I mean, if it's in there and it's working, just leave it in there. Don't worry about taking it out. I take things out to show people what's going on in here. Let's see here. Let's look at this. It looks like this goes from there. That one's connected at least. It's ugly as sin. That one's connected. These, there's no trace. It's just, no. There's gone. So yeah, that's a mess. That is a friggin' mess. For a 12-hour stream. Yeah, I might fall asleep midstream. You know, I like to put people asleep, but I might put myself asleep on this one. Y'all gotta keep me revved up today. Let's toss some of this on here. So first thing I'm gonna do here is just lay down some flux, tin up these pads, or tin up the traces as best we can. You can see how pink a lot of this is. So I use about 10 grams of citric acid per 15 liters of water in my ultrasonic bath to clean stuff that's corroded badly like this. And the other stuff was just so gross, I just did it with that anyway. So you'll notice that it just leaves the traces very nice and pink. That copper gets really clean with the citric acid. Vinegar is okay too. I just find that the citric acid works a little bit better. And so then we're just gonna come in here, gonna put some stuff on there. Gonna do that. Just start tossing it on here, and you can see that this gives you a little bit more contrast too when you're trying to look for broken traces. Look at all of those. There's no traces there. Why do I do this to myself? Citric acid is not great at getting like dried flux off of the board. It's okay, but regular detergent is going to be better for that. Okay, so then we're just gonna, get our solder braid nicely coated with solder, and then just use this to sort of scrape around on the traces, and that'll clean off any remaining corrosion in a lot of places, and it'll just nice and evenly coat up. You can see that there's still some corrosion there that was angry. So we'll get that. Clean that all up. And of course, as always, don't do what you see me do here. Always make sure you have a good exhaust fan carrying away all these flux fumes. Don't breathe in your flux fumes. So, and a lot of times when I do these trace repairs, I just use Ethernet wire, and we probably will for some of these. But these distances are so long that I'm probably going to use some enameled wire just because it reduces the chance of shorting some stuff out. So is everyone having a better day than me? And this is why on my social media posts, you trace repair sickos, I know there's some of you out there that really like this stuff. I think Garth said he's one of those sickos. Make sure you got enough flux down when you're doing this kind of thing. It keeps it kind of lubricated. Ian says today's going well. Excellent. Going well because he doesn't have to repair traces. All things DG. Sicko, yes. What's trace repair? Ah, Trina took a mental health day yesterday. Those are always nice to have. That's always good. The other thing is, even if you don't need to do a trace repair in a particular area where the solder mask has come off, getting your copper coated will prevent it from rusting or corroding again. And so some people just, you could use your nail polish or reel for real solder mask. I just coat stuff with solder. It's unlikely that these are going to short out on anything when they're hanging out inside of a case. So the main thing is you just want your traces protected from potential corrosion in the future. And so then the solder will do that. It's not going to protect it if the computer gets battery damaged again. Okay, so we're getting there. Getting all of our stuff coated. We're looking good. Okay. Probably should have removed some more stuff off of here just to make it a little easier to work on. Okay. All right, so that's all sort of impossible to see anything, but before we go too far, I want to get rid of, we're going to use the old school Soda-Pult on this one. There we go. Love the old school Soda-Pult. Ooh, I missed. Oh shoot, I forgot. I'm going to need... Can't get the old school Soda-Pult down in there. You've let me down. I just talked about how great you were, and you've let me down. Soda-Pult. There you go. I'm gonna have to grab pictures off my phone here in a second. I forgot. Okay. Let's clean this up a little bit. Squirt, squirt. Oh no. I think I'm out of Q-tips over here. Oof. It doesn't look better cleaned up. It does not look better. Trina would just say, just throw it away. Put it in the e-waste. And you're probably not wrong. Ooh. Francois got another Vio. What goes wrong with the Vios, Francois? Everything. Okay. So now we can see a little bit more clearly. Okay. I might have to take all this junk off. So a lot of times these diodes are for the CMOS battery. But the connections that run under it might not be for the CMOS battery. Let's just do some more beeping. Alright, so this is a spot that's okay, and it goes to here, and that's not okay, and that's not okay. There's fine, but it doesn't go there. So we gotta replace most of that trace. So this one, it's okay to there. That's toast. Oh, no, there it is. And that's okay. I don't know. So what do you think we should do with that guy? I think what we'll do is enameled wire. Yay, enameled wire. Okay. We might need our next tube of flux for this. Yeah, Action Retro wouldn't touch this. If I get it to work, maybe he could install a funky OS on it. I do enjoy that he's been tinkering with getting, was it Tiny Core Linux to work on 486. That's pretty darn cool. Hey, Rudy. We did some stuff today. Okay, so we're gonna blob up some new solder on that side of that diode. Okay. So we're gonna need more tweezers. This guy's gonna come down here. It's gonna go down there. So again, this one we're using some enameled wire, which normally I just use Ethernet cable, but since this one has to go so far, I'm gonna give it a little bit of extra protection. I'm gonna also like sort of unprotect it because I want to tack it down sort of in the middle of the trace, since this one has to go so far. If you don't tack your traces down, they can get willy-nilly and rip off of places. We don't want that to happen. We want things to stay where I put them. If I could just burn the enamel off of this guy. It does not want to burn off. There we go. There you go. See how it's more or less tacked down. Now we'll do the same thing a little bit further down. And you don't have to do all of it, right? We're just, you know, the wire is going to be our main connector at this point. We just want to tack it down a little bit. If we're using Ethernet wire, then it is kind of a good, oh, Bennett. Oh, it made it unpretty. Oh, it's so unpretty now. I think I need to get some new tweezers. I sort of bent those up a little bit. There we go. Straighten out your trace. Hello, Mr. Tech Gadget. I was actually messing around with my Apple II DVI this week. I made the mod for so that you can hook it up to your TV. So now my Apple II DVI works on the TV that's behind me. And for those of you that don't know what the heck I'm talking about, Mr. Tech Gadget made a little device that's nice and affordable that lets you hook your Apple IIc, or it's Apple IIc DVI to DVI, A2C to DVI, I think that's what it's called, using that funky video connector that's on the Apple IIc. Why do I have no depth perception today? Normally by this point I would have figured it out, but I'm having issues with the depth perception. Put you down in that via. Oh, it popped out of the via. There we go. You get in there. You stay there, you guy. No, I haven't played around with adding audio to it yet. Put you down. Okay, that's better. Flip you down. There we go. That flowed nicely. Okay. Straighten you back out. Flip you down. Flip you down. There we go. All right, let's see if that actually is connected. First trace. Are we successful? Yay! Okay. What did Rudy say? Sorry. How come BBB always finds computers with bad traces? Because I'm cheap. And I don't pay for nice computers. I pay for garbage. Is that the question you wanted me to answer, Rudy? Okay, let's do this set of messes. I think that goes to there. No. Where does that guy go? Oh, it goes to a via under there. Okay. It's good to there. Alright, so this one's fine until it gets out to there. It's down here. What happens on the other side of that mess? Okay, so that's actually fine. So we only have a little tiny trace there. This one, what do we got? Alright, that one's broken. So this one's going to need more. What about on the other side of that one? That one's all fine there. Okay. Alright, so let's use an enameled wire for that one. Exactly, Francois. A computer with no repair to do. Where is the fun in that? Does anyone know how shipping to Canada is at this point from the US? I've been catching up on all of the things that I need to send people lately. And there's one more I need to send to Rudy. But I know at one point Canada Post was on strike or something, and I mean the US is just a mess. Come on. Oh, Jack68K, did you notice yourself in Userlandia's VCF Midwest video? I was like, hey, I know that guy. Rodville says, a mess would be an improvement. Okay, good. Alright. I got some junk to send to Rudy. Some literal junk. I don't think anything that I'm going to send you has bad traces. It just doesn't have a whole lot of good anything. I've got a bunch of Commodore 64 motherboards, but there's good bits on there, like the connectors and stuff like that. So, not many chips, but they're still good boards, I think. Hello, Chris Jackson. Thank you. Tariffs are unpredictable from the U.S. I would believe that. Do you think that the tariffs on e-waste would be very expensive? I would not want Rudy to have to pay for what I want to send him. Oh. Come on, you thing. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. 2 traces down. Were we successful? Yes, we were. Okay. 2 traces down. I think we're going to switch over to some Ethernet wire for this, because we're dealing with much shorter distances. Yeah, Commodore 64s are a fun little device. It's fun because, you know, there's a finite number of chips and revisions and stuff like that, but there's always seems to be a fun new way that they break. So that's why you watch Rudy's videos. He's really good at showing you that kind of stuff. Alright, so we're just going to use a little guy right here. This is just a single strand from a single Ethernet cable. Put you down there. You get on there. Plop down a little flux. We're going to desolder what we already did because my depth perception is not great here. I swear I'm better at this when I'm not on stream. Mostly due to the fact that I can use both my eyeballs. Okay. That one was reasonably anticlimactic. That was good. We'll take that. Yeah, let's do the next one. Alright. Anticlimactic trace repair. I love it. This one, yeah, let's just do the same thing. Let's put a little guy right there. Let's just put a little guy there. It's fine. It's all fine. I'm going to reinforce it with a bigger guy now. Hello, Bree Standard. Welcome back. Hello, Parge. I'm sorry, I recognize your picture, but I forget your name. YouTube seems to be changing up how they're displaying people's names, and it's confusing the heck out of me. In addition to me just totally not being on the ball today in general. There we go. All right, so let's do one more before we clean up. We don't want to waste all this flux. When you got your flux all hanging out, you may as well make use of it. Yeah, YouTube likes to change stuff up on us. Oh yeah, so I didn't explicitly state it, but I brought it up a little bit ago. User Landia's VCF Midwest video is out, and it's a must-watch. He did such a great job. Like, I saw a whole lot of new stuff in that video. I was at VCF Midwest. I was exhibiting, so obviously, you know, I spent a lot of time at the table and didn't get up and go around and see everything in exquisite detail. But I saw most of it. But there were things that Dan was showing off that I had not even come close to seeing. So yeah, that's a must-watch VCF Midwest video. And I think Steve might be working on his VCF East video. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my gosh. Alright. We're just gonna stick that. Oh. The trace just goes poof. It yeets. The trace just yeets away. I did so much work trying to get you to go where you needed to go. You did not want to go. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna make this one so that you can't disappear. This is why I call Garth Beagle a sicko, for being one of those trace repair enthusiasts. If you're joining late, the reason that I'm spending time on this particular board is because it has both a 386 and 486 socket, which is just super cool. And it's just change it up with jumpers. So I want to make sure to save this one. Plus, you know, I'm kind of weird and I like saving these things. So that's also just part of it too. Oh god, that trace. There we go. That's why you need flux when you do this. Flux helps the solder flow nicer. No, unfortunately this one does not have VLB slots. That was a different board that we worked on earlier. Or we didn't work on it, we just checked it out real quick. So I have two PC chips motherboards that I got from a lot that I picked up. If you check my YouTube shorts, can you hear me now? There we go. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Thanks for the heads up. We need to hear these beeps. We got upcoming beeps, hopefully. Trace. Oh my god. It's not there. It stops. Oh my gosh. That one goes to where it should go, I think. Yeah, that one's good. That one just decided to stop. Let's go to this one. That's good. All the way down there is good. This guy. Come on, fingers. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we got to fix this one that we fixed. That's great. That's just great. That was pretty too. Jerk. You jerk, trace repair. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to knock that loose. And knock the one next to it loose. Okay. I think I had plenty of extra on that one. Reflux. Okay. Just flow it on there. Let's just really coat that mofo. That is very resistant to solder right there. All right, let's see if that got it. Yay. Okay, that's connected. And we got one inside here. Let's use the enameled wire for that one. What kind of life decisions have I made to bring me to this point? I'm honored that you all hang out and watch this mess. I appreciate the heck out of you all so much. Oh, that one's gonna make a mess. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. There we go. Oh, I poked the other one. I knew I was gonna poke the other one. Man. It's enameled wire. It's like nuclear resistant. We're going to bring that one all the way down here. Every once in a while, it just decides to start wiggling on you for no apparent reason. You get back to where you need to go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, little guy. Hey, Thomas Armstrong. Yes. Lots of battery damage on this guy. Let's see. Did we get you fixed? I don't know where you go. You go under there somewhere. Let's see. This one goes there. Oh, it's not connected. Is this one connected all the way to there? No. Okay. That's good. That's fine. Maybe I didn't flow that end enough. Rodville's back. Welcome back, Rodville. Oh, are you kidding me? Look what I didn't do. So this one goes where it's supposed to. And there's a break in here. Or is it just the via's corroded? Okay. Whew. All right. It's just a little corrosion in the via. All right. That one's good. All right. How many have we done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 so far. Gotta do these guys. Oh, that one's fine. Nice, thank you. Okay, that one's broken there. And then it goes somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out where that one goes. I think that one. Oh no. Gonna have to clean it and find it better. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, I think I understand now. It's hard when they go under the things. That one goes to that one? Yeah. Okay. And this one goes to that one. And there's a little bit there that we can hop on. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna this Oh man, I think I put the link in the video description. This is the 386/486 board. I forget which one it is, but it's not the PC Chips one that's in the video description. Guess I should coat all those again with some solder braid. Yeah, just to show you. 486 socket, 386 socket, both next to each other. The other fun bit about this board is it came with this AMD DX40 on an interposer so that it could fit the, even though this is a, what's this style of chip called? I don't know. It makes it work on a PGA style. So that's another fun thing. It's going to let me do a lot of testing across different types of chips on this board. So we have all those 46-ish boards or CPUs that I got a while ago, and we could use real 486 so you can compare the two. This should be a fun little experimentation board. QFN. Thank you, Francois. Okay, just double check. This is, yep, okay. When I have all these little bits of wire around, sometimes I confuse myself which ones are the enameled and which ones are not. Okay, so you are gonna go down in here, put you in that little spot right there. Okay, before we make that ping off into nowhere, let's solder that down. There we go. What time is it? Oh, 1:46. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's been a long day. All right, have a good day, Rudy. QFP. Oh, quad flat package. Is that what it means? Thank you, Ian. Okay, this one is going to need to be very long, so we're going to use some enamel wire. Is this long enough? Yeah, I think that'll do it. That'll do. All day soldering John stream. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. I would love to. But I do not have the vitality. Well, no, we talked about this before. Vitality is not the right word. Stamina of Justin D. Morgan or Steve. Who else does obscenely long streams? Alright, what I want to do, let's shift that microscope. Alright, I'm gonna cut that off. Send this little bit onto the floor with the dog hair. I told you to go on the floor with the dog hair. Oh, I should get you in camera. Come on, thing. Oh yeah, Dave's does very long streams, but it does help, I think, for Dave's streams because he's since you know friends are hanging out, it kind of takes some of the pressure off. I don't know the longest I've ever hung out on a Dave stream. Maybe 2 hours. Speaking of which, I'm sure Dave will be going tomorrow. Just don't miss that. Oh my god. Yeah, my eyes are starting to cross. We've been going a while here. There we go. That's all pretty now. Burn off your enamel. That's not where we want it to be. Add some flux. Add some flux. Get that to flow down in there. There you go. See how that flowed real nice now? Flux always helps. Sit down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. That's good. Let's pull that. Those are all clear. Oh, that one is not clear. I want these to be clear just to make it easier to put the keyboard connector back on. These ones are ground planes, so they can be a little fight you a little bit. There we go. Okay. Oh, what someone had a typo on Facebook this morning, and it was the most awesome typo, and it's a term I want to use now. Vintrage. I was like, that is a brilliant term. They just added an R to vintage and turned it into vintrage. When your trace repairs are just not going how you want, you vintrage. Okay, are you okay? Yeah, you're okay. All right. This guy, are you okay? Yeah, you're okay. Are you? Uh-oh. Oh, maybe. Maybe not. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I think, is that all of them here? Did we get all of them here? That's unreal. Wow, okay. I think we got them all there. Vintrage could be the fragrance name of a reefer going. That's beautiful. I love it. Oh, did we get a bonus free repair? That one's not. That's bad. Okay, we're gonna have to fix that one. Oh, that's connected. That one is not. Okay. Let's grab a little piece of wire. Ooh, make a small. Excuse me for drinking. Sorry about that. It's been a couple hours now. Getting parched. All right, so we'll put you. Oh, I haven't even looked at the back of this board yet. Oh, man. Shoot. And also, darn it, YouTube, they keep defaulting it to top chat instead of live chat. So if I missed your comment, I apologize. I don't know what they do though, like what the difference is. I guess if there were a million comments, they would filter them out. I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone's comments, since I appreciate you all commenting and hanging out here. Alright, that one's good. I gotta do this one. Everything is very sticky. Where's Ryan? Everything is sticky, garage. Oh, before I put that down, I'm gonna try to get rid of the solder out of there and there. All right, I think we're getting close. I think we'll be able to try powering this up today. I'm feeling good about this. What do y'all think? Where's Dave? Normally he's my predictor of whether things are gonna work or not. Okay, nice little solder braid, getting the thing going there. Jack wants to see if there's fireworks. I almost just burned my hand on my soldering iron again. Does that count as fireworks? That was stupid last weekend. Or whenever it was. I don't know how many times I burnt myself with the soldering iron. Of course it's fighting me. Okay, I think it's right there. Come on, you jerk. What the heck? Come on, bro. There it goes. Finally. Okay. Oh. What about you? Are you... Oh, yeah, you're fine. This one's gonna need to be extricated. Are you a real hobbyist if you don't burn yourself from time to time? That's a good question. I forget which stream it was on, but I burned myself really good. I had little marks on my fingers all week. Do your braid stuff. There it goes. Finally. Oof, that was a fight. Okay. Back to over here. Now what did I do with my little tiny piece of wire that I was going to put there? Nope, that's an enameled little piece of wire. Oh, you can't see this. That's where we want to go there. Okay, I think one more trace, and I think that's gonna be all of them. Then we just got to put bits back on here. Come on, 3 dimensions. I was away from the microscope for too long. My brain got used to having 3 dimensions. There we go. Oh. Just a reminder, if you haven't yet, if you could hit the like button, that would be super swell. If not, that's fine too. I get it. I totally get it. Get in there. Why are you being like this? We're gonna have to reflux that. So what do you think, people? What's our chances of this thing actually powering on? Making beeps and bloops. Might have to use a thingy on that one. There we go. There it goes. Yeah, there was something crusty in there. So this is a K file. I use them to clean out Vias and Macs all the time. But a lot of times we don't need them. We don't use them as much on PCs for some reason. I can't do many more trace repairs because I'm too sticky. There's flux everywhere. It's in my raccoon wounds. Yeah, K files are dental files. I don't think I'm going to repeat what Gut Bomb just said. Oh my. I mean, I guess they are technically dental tools, so whatever. You get on with your bad self. I screwed this up. I should have taken more bits off of there. Teeth vias. Teeth vias. Okay. Wonder if anyone does dental streams. I think I've heard before that there's dental videos, but it's definitely not something I want showing up and affecting my algorithm. There are dental streams. There you go. Okay. Now I don't know what Gut Bomb does when he's not watching my streams. Yeah, I should have taken more bits off of there, but that should be fine. Melted the heck out of that. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's all fine. We're all good. Everything is good. Big bad dentist, big bad chair. I don't know which one you go to, but we could probably just scrape off a little bit. Well, okay, actually, it's got to go to one of these, right? Maybe not. Okay, that's good. And then the other one. It's fine. And let's see if we can poke into there. Yep. Yeah, that's all good. All right, cool. All right, let's put on the power connector. So these are all the pieces I took off. So the keyboard controller, the AT, couple of resistors, a capacitor. Oh, you can't see any of that. Where are we? There we are. A couple of resistors, an inductor, a capacitor, BIOS chip, keyboard controller, and that AT connector. All right, so let's do this. Remember the last time when we did one of these, I mentioned that you got to be careful about which way you put these on. This one actually has some little plastic nubs that help you make sure you don't put it on the wrong way. And they are slightly burned from getting rid of that thing, but it'll be okay. They're all on there now. Wow, battery ate half the pins off of the AT connector. That's a lot. That's bad. And I'm looking now at the bottom of the pins, or the bottom of some of these vias as I'm doing this. They don't look healthy or happy. We're using our big solder for this too. Okay, let's do our keyboard connector. Why do I feel like I'm going to have to be coming back and repairing the vias? At least we know that the other side of those vias are okay. Even if they look ugly down here, we know that the top sides are fine. Hardware Hacker says the solder at the bottom of the board looks sus. I don't know if there's any solder on this board that doesn't look sus. Alright, that's that. Okay, one moment please. I need to grab pictures off my phone. We are going to make a big mess real quick. Oh, my phone is angry. One moment, please. I'm going to put you on the away message for a second. Where's my away message? Okay, are we back? Yes, we're back. All right, so take a look at this. This is what that board looked like before the ultrasonic bath. So I'm just taking a look at it and figuring out where the little bits go. Yeah, you can see that the ISA slot was very, very crusty. And just looking at things, trying to figure out where stuff goes. Hey, Retro Viator. Sorry, I'll be back to the microscope in just a second. Just putting all the bits in real quick before. I go back to the microscope. You know how you prevent yourself from burning yourself, John? Oh, you put your soldering iron down. Yeah, that works. Okay, there we go. All right, so then go back to here. All right, placed all the bits. Now we just gotta solder them up. Guess we could put the keyboard controller. And the BIOS. Oh, I just bent the BIOS. Who's, oh, hey, Brad Bell. Hello. I know who you are, S-Camera, but YouTube is giving me a different name. So I apologize if I don't remember who you are. Bye. Okay, that's all in. All right, now we gotta solder up all those bits that we just put on down there. Big bed BIOS. All right, bloop. Bloop. What else? One over here. One over here. Nope. What do we got? Nope. One over there. All right. There's that one. Got all them. I think that's it. I think we got them all up in there. Nope. This one kind of popped out. Well, it's making a connection. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's gooder. Much gooder. All right. All of our bits are soldered. All of our traces, well, all the traces that we found that are bad are repaired. Time to power this guy up. What do you think? All right, let's clear some stuff out of the way. Let's get rid of things that could potentially short on the back of the thing. Let's see, where's pin 1 on this dealie? Okay, now, this feels like something that we ran into before. Look at, that's pin 1 on the QFP. Which one do you think is pin 1 on the PGA? This one's bent over. That's that. So I have a feeling that means that's pin 1 for here. Maybe that also means the 1. Alright. Because I remember that I first put one of those CPUs on the wrong way. Well, the problem with looking back on the stream, Gut Bomb, is I had already taken the CPU out. And I don't know that I took a picture of this board in its entirety before taking the CPU out, because I took it out before I ultrasonically cleaned it. Let's see. Where's, got a little speaker. Gonna need, I guess I could put in a real 386, but it's set for 40 megahertz. Let's lube up our yeah, Francois, that's the right way to do it. Let's check where all the ground pins are. Where did I put my diagnostic dealie? Oh, there they are. Let's just use this. We're going to use our Oak video card. So, I mean, the good thing is that it's, you know, it's not like we have 12 volts going somewhere. So if it doesn't work, it tends to just shut itself off. It tends to not fry it. So, slant is pin 1 on the PGA. Yeah. Right. So that, okay. There you go. That's pin 1. That's where the slant is on the motherboard. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my power supply was off. Sorry, that was anticlimactic. Okay, here we go. We'll count it for real. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it shut itself off. That means either we have a bad tant or this is in the wrong way. Let's do it without the CPU. 3, 2, 1. Oh. We got a short elsewhere. We have a short somewhere else. No power. Let's check. That's fine. That's low, but that's fine. If we look there, yeah, that's normal 5-volt stuff. I guess we could go from here. 1 ohm to that. What's the blue one here? Is that? Is that our power good, or is that a negative? So we got a 1 ohm short to whatever the blue is. Oops. Can I get a close-up of the socket? Yeah, we can zoom in a little more. So the slant is down here in the socket. The odd bit is that pin 1 of the QFP is there, but I think pin 1 of the PGA is there. So I think it goes like this. But we also have, a short somewhere else. What is the black square USB device with Rode written on it? Oh, that's my microphone. Let's zoom back out a little bit. So I'm just checking all these tantalums. There we go. Right here. Oh, damn. Right there. Oh, and you can't see this. That one's shorted. I zoomed in too hard. Sorry. So it seems like it's just that one that I'm seeing so far. Nope. Is it all of those? Nope. Just that one and that one. Okay. All right, that's fine. Yeah, it's a Rode Wireless Go or Go 2. All right, let's get rid of these caps. We're gonna get rid of this guy. I think that's like a -5 or something. Okay, that went out into the nowhere. Let's see if that cap was our problem. Come on, reflection. That cap is shorted. Alright, so now let's see if we got rid of the short. Let's see. So before it was this blue wire. There we go. We're no longer shorted. We got rid of the short. Okay. So we had a bad tantalum. That's always fun. I'm surprised it just didn't explode. Oh, I gotta put the processor back in. Forgot that. There's that. Let's plug in our postcode dealie. Okay, we all ready? I don't know if I am. You were 25 when this board came out. No. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Whoa! Another tant blue. Ah. Yay! Well, at least we got to see magic smoke, and we got beeps. So that's something. Wow, that was a good one. That was a... Oh, that was a good one. Ugh. Mark says that made my evening. Oh, wow. Why do I feel like they're all just going to start exploding now? And that's why we do the countdowns. I'm glad we finally got one on camera. Most of the time when they explode, we lose it. Look at this. Look at that charred mess. Oh, it smells so bad. All right, so we were getting 3 beeps. To me, that sounds like a video card issue. Alright, let's try that again. Until we blow up more tants. And also, the fact that we got a beep is showing that the BIOS is doing stuff. So that means our processor's in the right way. So if you happen to have one of these, that's pin 1 over there. All right, let's try it again. 3, 2, 1. One, two, 3 beeps. No more explosion, so that's good. All right, let's see. Let's try a different ISA slot. Could also be memory. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Let's try some different RAM. This is the RAM that was in here. We all know this RAM has been through some stuff. What happens? Yeah, same thing. I think I have some RAM right here. That's just fine. Let's deoxid it just in case. Gotta always deoxid it. 3 short beeps is RAM. Thank you. Thanks for looking that up. I mean, which one is bank 0? Well, so I mean, whenever you have setups like this, typically it's going to be the way that the pins, like the chips, are going to flip up. Let's just see these real quick. There is also a possibility that, you know, there's a bad trace going to one of those RAM slots. Let's see, I have some right here that I know is good. And if you like explosions, make sure to hit that like button. Alright, these were just in a 386 board, so there's a pretty good chance that we missed a trace somewhere already. And just for poops and giggles, let's fill up the whole deal, just in case the issues with one of those front 4. Maybe it'll skip the first 4 and let us just use the last 4. Don't know. So if this doesn't work, we're gonna have to call it for today. I apologize for not sticking around if this doesn't get it to turn on, but I do have some stuff I need to do today. All right, here we go. Yeah. So yeah, I have the post analyzer in. We're getting 13 is our post code here. Just wanted to try that. What was I gonna say? I have a feeling that there's a trace over here that we missed. The bottom of this board has some issues. I really didn't spend any time on the bottom. All right, let's just do one quick little examination here, just for the sake of checking stuff out. Let's go back under the microscope. Oh, look at all these. Oh, jeez. Oh, let's see, that's doing it. That's fine. Lots of sus traces. Exactly. Yeah. I just saw something that looked really bad. Where did it go? Wow. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's funny. But yeah, I have a feeling that I've got a bad trace somewhere. Wow. And these guys all over here were looking scarfy. You can't really see because of how dirty it is. Yeah, I think that I have another bad trace hiding somewhere. Yeah, I'm. Thank you, FFT 2020. I actually do feel kind of good that it showed some signs of life. So yeah, we will not give up on this board. So yeah, I forget how many traces we did, but yeah, we made some progress. I'm good with this. We got an explosion, so that's fun, right? So yeah, I think that's gonna have to be it for this week. I appreciate y'all hanging out. If you haven't done so, if you could hit the like button, that would be swell. Oh, I gotta thank my patrons. My Janka crew, Matt Hargett, Gutbomb, Garth Beagle, Brian Garford, David Starbuck, Ian Scott, Jamie's Hack Shack, All Things DG, Chris Angelis, Tech Ambrosia, Scout, Jack68K, Bacchus, Asmodeus Deviluke, Alan Gracia, Mike Jank Team, Hardware Hacker, Mark Kruger, III DIY, Charles Bullock, David's Vintage Apple Tech, Mark from Millennium Max, and Rudy's Retro Intel. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for getting to witness the explosion along with me. And I think I'm actually going to do a Wednesday bonus stream this week. So definitely keep your eyes out for the social medias or hit the little bell icon thing on YouTube's. So have a lovely rest of your week. Check out Dave tomorrow, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. And as we say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself. Bye, y'all.